Welcome back, toy fans, to episode 184 of Reynolds Reviews, and on today's episode, we're going to take a look at this bad boy. Cue the match. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we are going to take a look at the 1986 Kenner MASK Volcano. Now, it feels like quite a while since I've done a mask video on the channel, and I think that's largely because when I started collecting masks again, roughly around 3 years ago, I set myself a very specific target, and I am very, very close to hitting that target now. In fact, Volcano is the penultimate vehicle that I need to hit that target. I now only need one more vehicle. So I think mask content has slowed down on the channel for that reason and that reason only. But today we are going to take a closer look at the 1986 MASK Volcano. So let's go see who's best suited for this mission.
Give me the best agents for this mission.
Personnel selected. Luke Reynolds, toy fan and mask collector. Vehicle codename Fire Spray.
Okay, folks, so let's start with the box. And again, I've got to admit, mask boxes for me were some of the best back in the 80s. The artwork was amazing. Now, this is an original box. It is a little bit beaten up. You can see some of the images have rubbed off a little bit there, and it is a little bit battered and bruised, but it's got all the flaps present. And again, like I say, it is an original box, but look at that artwork on the front. I've always thought mask boxes are amazing. It's part of what pulls me to the toy line. The only thing I remember thinking as a kid was I would have loved a window in it, because I always used to look for a window, very much like Transformers, because I wanted to see the vehicle. But even though it hasn't got a window, we can't argue with the artwork and the images that we see on the front. I mean, look at that. What an absolutely stunning image of Volcano with Jacques Lafleur and Matt Tracker there. And I absolutely love mask boxes. And then we turn it around, and as you can see on the back, Volcano is in its transformation mode, and it gives us a breakdown of all the sections and all the pieces and what they're all for. And then we've got Matt and Jacques in the corner there with their masks, and I just think this is an amazing box. We've got the proof of purchase in the corner there, the Kenner logo, and I just think these boxes are amazing. I used to love that red flash across the top with that big bold white capital writing, and I just think the boxes look stunning. So yeah, absolutely love the box, but thankfully I've also got the original instructions there. So as you can see on the front, it shows us Volcano in its conventional mode and then what you would maybe call attack mode. As we go inside, it gives us more info about the transformation and all the pieces that should be with it. And then again, on the back, a little bit more info about all the pieces, how it all operates and works, and all the buttons that you need to make it function. So yeah, really pleased to have original instructions and the original box, but let's go take a look at the vehicle itself.
As you see, Volcano splits to reveal a turret.
Nicely done, Bruce. Tracker.
Distress signal, Matt.
Assemble mask. It could be Venom.
Steve's got T-Bob. You're coming with me. Convert Mask Volcano. Uh-oh, Tracker. See ya, kid. Hold it, Bruno.
Mask Volcano, T-Bob, Boulder Hill, and Stinger. Each sold separately with a figure. Batteries not included. Mask, where illusion is the ultimate weapon.
And there we go, folks, and look at that man. Volcano is an absolute animal. I absolutely love it. It is so cool. And this is one of not too many vehicles in the mask line that came with two drivers. So we've got Matt Tracker with Lava Mask or Lava Shot Mask. And I always used to think this was a really, really cool mask. It kind of looks like a wolf's head. And I always used to think that that was a dead cool mask. Obviously in alternate clothes, because these are his Volcano outfit. Obviously Matt Tracker did have various different versions. Obviously he was with Thunderhawk and Spectrum. Obviously Volcano, he had different outfits. He had Euro figures as well. He had various different outfits, but this was his Volcano outfit. And then we also had Jacques Lafleur with his Mirage mask, and the Mirage ability was Jacques Lafleur could camouflage himself and Volcano, so he could turn himself and Volcano sort of invisible. And Lava Shot Mask with Matt Tracker pretty much speaks for itself. He used to fire out a boiling hot shot of lava. So yeah, very, very cool figures indeed. But let's look at Volcano. I mean, look at that, man. What an absolutely awesome vehicle. Now, I think what pulled me to Volcano as a kid was back in the 80s, in a time where everyone was obsessed with monster trucks. Everywhere you looked, you saw like huge events with monster trucks crushing cars. And one toy that was out there at the time, which I never got, was the Play School Bigfoot. And I think as kids in the 80s, I was obsessed with monster trucks. I just used to think, wow, how awesome are they? And for me, Volcano was Mask's version of Bigfoot, so I used to see it on the shelves and think, oh, I loved it. And I don't know why I never actually got it. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember having it at home, but I knew I wanted it. And look at this, man. This is absolutely awesome. And Volcano's function, it splits in half with a turret that pops out the top. Jacques Lafleur is in the driver's seat. Matt Tracker is operating the turret, and it is absolutely awesome. And one of only 2 vehicles in the Mask line that actually came with a motorised transformation. Now, the other one was Rat Fang and Laser Command, which you may have seen on VTR Dave's video only a few weeks ago at a local toy fair. He was taking a look at one, and it was actually the seller was showing in the function. But this guy is awesome when it's in attack mode. So let's take a quick look at this bad boy in action. There we go, folks, and oh man, how awesome is Volcano when he's up and running. So here we go, sat in attack mode now. Now you can actually transform Volcano manually. There is a lever at the back. You can just push down and this will pop up and open up. So as you can see, we've got Jacques Lafleur at the front. Now I've not put him in his seat because you won't be able to see him anyway, so I've just left him out. Matt Tracker is manning the turret and it just looks so cool. So Volcano is a great vehicle. I would recommend it to anyone, but there are, like a lot of Mask vehicles, there are a few things to look out for if you're going to buy this guy loose. Now, the first thing you'll probably notice with any Volcano when you're looking, and if you know your Mask stuff, that there should be a sunroof here. So where the guns pop out there should be a sunroof. Mine is missing, but to be fair, a lot of them are missing. That is probably the most common piece you'll find missing on any loose Volcano. So mine is 90% complete, but I am missing the sunroof. So if you're going to buy a Volcano, make sure you look out for that. That is the first thing to look out for. There should be a sunroof just there. Now, it has got wheel inserts that pull out, so these wheel inserts can be missing. Not often, but sometimes you get the odd one missing. You might have 3 and be missing a 4th. So make sure all the wheel inserts are there. But 2 other pieces that are quite common missing as well. Matt Tracker up on the turret. The actual turret gun itself can be missing a lot of the time, but also the black harness that keeps Matt Tracker in the seat is often missing as well. So there are a few things to look out for if you're going to buy a Volcano, but the main thing as well is check the battery compartment. Make sure the battery compartment is not corroded. There's no batteries being left in there that have been leaking acid, and make sure the motor works, because obviously that is a very desirable feature of Volcano. Like I said, one of only 2 vehicles in the whole line that had a motorised mechanism, so make sure you look out for that. I absolutely love Volcano, and I am so pleased to get it into my collection. However, we're not quite done there now. A nice little addition to this was Adam, a good friend of mine, better known as the Real Toy Dude on Instagram, contacted me a few weeks ago. Now, he is a huge Micro Machines collector, and he contacted me and said, Luke, I've met a guy, I've been talking to a guy in America. He collects Micro Machines, but he also customises Micro Machines, and one of the lines he customises Micro Machines into is Mask vehicles. And look at that. So I have got my very own customised Mask Volcano Micro Machine, and look at this. I mean, this thing is stunning. It is so small, I'm trying to get it focused on the camera, guys, but look at that, man. I can tell you, in the flesh, it is superb. I mean, for such a small vehicle, the scale, the decal or the image on the side, the Volcano logo on the side is amazing. But look at the packaging. We've got the Mask logo there. We've got a blueprint of Volcano there. So this is Mask Collection number 4. And I just mean, look at the packaging. Now, unfortunately, the packaging doesn't carry on onto the back. It's just a grey back. So it would have been nice to carry it round onto the back. But look at that. So not only have I now got a full-size Mask Volcano in my collection, I have got a customised Micro Machines Volcano as well. That is awesome. So thank you, Adam, for sorting that out for me. Now, again, if you're interested in these, contact Adam via Instagram. He's in touch with the guy who customises these. He does a Thunderhawk, he does Hurricane. Adam himself has got a Rhino, and they are absolutely superb. So really pleased not only to get Volcano in my collection, but to get a Volcano Micro Machines in my collection as well. So there we go, folks, everything back on the table, and I just want to say another massive thank you to our Adam, better known as the Real Toy Dude, for being the middleman in this Micro Machines Volcano transaction. I mean, that is awesome. I'm so happy with that, Adam. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. But of course, then we've got the star of the show, Volcano. We've got Jacques Lafleur, Matt Tracker, and of course, Volcano there. So pleased to get that in my collection. Really, really pleased. So one vehicle away now, everyone, from the target that I set myself when I started collecting masks. One vehicle away, and then I could be done with masks. Who knows? But unfortunately, I need to end this video on a little bit of a sad note, because by the time you're watching this video, the situation could have changed for the better. I hope it has, and if it has, please ignore this. But I want to give a massive shout out to a good friend and a huge member of our community, and that is Dan, better known as Ed5. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Ed5 had his warehouse or storage unit broken into, and around 75 to 80% of his collection was stolen. Now, that absolutely boils me. I can only imagine, Dan, what you're feeling, because I know exactly how I would feel if I lost that amount of my collection. I am absolutely gutted for you, my friend, and I hope the local authorities get you a result. And I just want to say to everyone, especially if you're in Australia, please stay vigilant. Keep an eye on all the selling pages, social media formats, and if you see anybody selling anything that matches anything that Dan's lost, please contact someone and let them know, because we are desperate, obviously, for Dan to get his stuff back. Now, like I said, this is going to be a couple of weeks after the event, so if things have changed, by all means ignore this, but if not, please, everyone, anything you can do to help Dan get his stuff back, get in touch. I will leave a link to Dan's channel in the description. Just get over there to show him your support and your solidarity, but I'll also leave a link to another good friend of ours and YouTuber in Sci-Fi. Now, Sci-Fi last week put out a video going through a lot of the stuff that Dan has lost, and obviously expressing his own frustrations and upset as well, because Dan is a very good friend of his. So we need to pull together, folks, and try to get Dan's stuff back. Dan, I am so sorry that this happened to you, mate. I really hope you get your stuff back. If you haven't already, like I say, because I know it's been a couple of weeks by the time this comes out that it's happened. But yeah, I'm sorry to end on a sad note, everybody, but I just felt I wanted to say that and just show that we're all behind you, Dan, and we really, really hope you get your stuff back. That is absolutely horrendous, and I'm so sorry that's happened to you. But yeah, there we go, folks. Like I say, sorry to end the video on a sad note, but I just felt that needed to be said. But you know the drill by now, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I always try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.